Need to approve the agenda.
I make a motion that we approve the agenda.
Second.
Motion been made, second, all in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposition? There being none, the agenda is approved. Action on bids for 2019 asphalt concrete overlay.
Okay, you have a tab sheet. We had two bids, one from Amethyst Construction, one from D&J Construction. Amethyst is the low bidder at $778,468.34. We had approximately $775,000 budgeted for this work, so it's within reasonableness, and we recommend that we award it to the low bidder, Amethyst Construction. I've also got a list of roads that are on the program if anybody's. We're going to do the rest of Mitcham Orchard, and then we're doing several around water tank roads.
I make the motion that we award the bid to Amethyst Construction.
Second.
All in favor say
Aye.
aye. Any opposition? There being none, Amethyst Construction. Change order on number 3, North Louisiana Exhibition Center addition.
Okay, there's a change order in your packet regarding that project. Basically, what it's going to do is outlined in the letter. It's going to add $16,246.56 to the cost and 28 days to the contract time. So basically, it's mainly some electrical changes to do with the fans and the breakers. Marquet is here with Myers. Any comments you want to make on that?
I think that pretty much covers it. They're wrapping it, quickly wrapping it up.
Yeah. So what do you think the estimated time of completion?
Well, some of this work they've already done, so, and they're absolutely planning on working around the schedule to, because there's a full schedule of things at the Expo Center in September. So some of them might get slowed up a little bit working around her schedule.
Completion is imminent.
Right.
Yeah, okay. We would recommend that this change order be.
I move we accept this change. Second.
Motion been made, second, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposition? There being none, y'all ready to vote? Ready to vote, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposition? Any other business?
I have a question, and maybe I should have asked earlier, but Courtney, how do we determine when to redraw the yellow lines on it? How is that done?
Normally, our policy that we have is if we hot mix overlay, not chip seal, actually do the hard surfacing. Asphalt to concrete mixture. Then, at that time, striping is part of the contract, part of that project.
Yeah, I see it on here.
Yeah, and so, otherwise, we don't go out and stripe chip seal roads.
Do you remember what Gar Road is?
Gar Road, I believe, is hot mix.
So, even though the
If it's
yellow line is fading?
Yeah, we can go back and redo that.
Okay, so we just make the request?
Yes.
And Dawson go out and see is it necessary?
Yeah, we don't do that ourselves in-house. We contract it out with striping company, but I'll check into it and get a price on it.
Okay, what you think?
David.
What?
Can you make a comment? Can I make a comment? Is that in order for the committee?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
He wants to ask a question.
You want to ask a question?
Do what?
Yes, sir. Go right ahead.
Yeah, I just want to make a comment about a road for next year. Is that in order?
It's a public meeting.
Okay, that's what I want. On the very western end of the parish, Girl Scout Road goes from the OSB plant to 147. There's a lot of 18-wheeler traffic back and forth over there, and that road is deteriorating. And I wonder if we could consider getting that hot mixed and brought up.
Okay. Are you aware that there is a DOTD project to overdo to redo that overpass
Yeah,
at KCS.
it's been a project.
Yeah, but I think that they're actually getting ready to let bids on it. Part of that project is gonna involve Girl Scout Road up there by the plant.
Right.
Is gonna be rerouted. So, you know, we might could incorporate things
Yeah.
outside of that scope of that project, because DOTD will come in and fix that.
Just a request, take that into consideration next year or whatever, when you start planning. And yeah, I know that's a project, but they've been talking about that project for 10 years. I don't know how.
Yep.
I've been going up and down 146, and I've called the highway department and asked, I said to them, why don't you go ahead and visit with Range Resources and some of those other oil and gas companies that have been having 18-wheelers up and down there, and see if they won't help us repair some of those spots in the road. And the fellow from DOTD said, well, we can't do that. You all are able to do that at from the parish point of view, but we're not allowed to do that from the state. And I took what he said, but some of our parish roads are being torn up by these 18-wheelers that are hauling water, salt water, or oil and gas and that sort of thing. Would it be possible that we could have a visit with some of those folks and ask them to help us with the cost of making some repairs to those roads?
They did last time, didn't
They had done it.
They've done it several times. They've sent us a check for materials, you know.
Sure.
We don't want them going out and doing work for us.
No.
Because we have some liability.
Y'all doing?
I don't think we wanna do that, but we do
Yeah.
want to, see if they would at least give us some assistance with the cost of material.
Well, and that goes back, this is another topic on another agenda, but the severance tax, that's
Yeah.
the whole purpose of it. Is to help offset the wear and tear on local roads. And the state has, you know, basically incentivized that to the point where, you know, we're not getting any money this year.
Yeah.
And, so, you know, it might be time to look a little harder at ways, that we can recoup some of that loss from some of these people. that are-
Absolutely.
Courtney, oh, I'm sorry. But the state gives the permit, right?
No, the state gives a permit for their roads, we give one for our roads.
So is there anything we can do when issuing the permit to get them to?
We don't currently charge for those. And, you know, it's a double-edged sword. We want to encourage business with oil exploration. Some parishes, like in the Haynesville Shale, they do charge, you know, permit operating fees. It's usually around $250.
No, I mean like policies leave the roads like we call it something.
Well, there's a lot of alternatives we could look at. Some of the parish roads have multiple access points off of them by, you know, particular oil and gas producing companies. It may be an option, you know, if they're accessing those sites from a parish road, you know, charge them an annual fee of some kind, in order to be able to do that.
If I might offer a word on that line, I understand a number of parishes require loggers and oil field people. Not all parishes have oil field activity, but they require a performance, a bond, to have temporary access to the road, and then if there's damage or a problem, they charge it against that. And a person on another police jury told me that the loggers are not only well aware of it, they have to do it a lot, and they know exactly what to do. We haven't ever charged, if I understand correctly, but
Mr. Chairman,
that may be a good idea.
I'd like to see us get together with other parishes in this area and all come up with a set of guidelines that would be effective for all parishes in this area.
Well, now, I've been told that Bossier Parish, I believe it's Bossier, by a truck driver, that they're issuing permits like the state. So,
We do too. We do too.
we do that too?
Yeah, we don't.
Yeah.
We don't do it on the level of Bossier Parish has has a dedicated person full-time, and that's all that they do. is
He
issue
does
permits.
weights, checks weights for trucks and all.
And they actually can go out and write
Full-time
citations,
person, yeah.
you know, for companies that have found a violation of not having a permit. But we don't do anything like that. If you'll remember, last year, Union Parish tried to take up that particular issue, and, you know, they pretty much shut it down because it was so contentious.
Sure, and we don't wanna handicap businesses. We just wanna know who's using our roads and who's tearing them up.
We just want them to pay for it.
And pay for the damage, only the damage.
Well, see, I think that thing was set up, you, people out of the parish coming in on logs and stuff and then tearing up the road. When they going back to their parish, we don't know who they are, so that permit, gives you
Does a logger who comes to our parish from, say, Union Parish, do they have to have a permit to haul log?
Yes,
So we do know who,
right.
we do know. who.
If they did.
Do you think people are hauling without permits?
They do occasionally, and usually they get caught, you know, somebody from the highway department is pretty vigilant about calling in and asking if a certain outfit has a permit for a certain road.
Okay.
And if they don't, we have gotten to the point where we've had to call the sheriff, you know, we're gonna shut you down if you don't get your permit.
Yeah.
One of the people policing the loggers, and I'm not really surprised, is the places they're taking the logs to. For instance, if they're overweight, they won't let them unload them. They gotta obey the rules. They're pretty.
Well,
stringent
they'll
about
pretty
it.
well take care of the overweight, though. If it's 100,000 pounds, they not supposed to unload.
But if the contractors are working, some cases for the mills, cutting logs, they're the ones that are making the temporary drives off the parish roads, some states are state roads. And the trucks coming in and out, tracking mud and possibly doing damage. And that's where the bond comes in. They put up a bond that says if we do this, you'll be paid up to this amount. It's like a deposit on rental. If you don't get your deposit back, you don't get it all back unless you do right.
Who we got checking this, Courtney, or the sheriff's department, or what?
We don't do it. We give them a permit, it doesn't cost anything.
No.
We wanna know who's there.
Right. We will go out there, you know, their permit's good for, I think, 30 days. And so when the permit's gonna expire, they'll either let us know, you know, that they're through, and we'll go out and evaluate and make sure everything's back the way it was, or if it's not, we'll contact them and tell them they need to get the situation corrected. So.
Okay. Let's think about moving in that direction.
Okay, I wanna talk about the weeds on the side of the road for just a minute. The road crew has went down and took one pass on several of these parish roads, which has helped a whole lot. But it done got bad where I was. And, I appreciate them doing that, and, we need to look at something in the future to do it if we have another wet year like this and they can't get around to do something.
I've had a lot of complaints too.
Ma'am?
I've had a lot of complaints about
Oh, yeah.
grass.
And you can cut the grass, and, it'll be back up. 3 weeks, it'll be might get high as it was.
Well, we've had unusual rain this summer.
Yeah.
I fear that we may not have much more.
You think a dry spell
I think
is
the dry spell is in.
The weather's been a big factor this year, but I will also say that there's not a clear understanding from a lot of people, the difference between state roads and parish roads.
Right.
And so I will get calls sometimes, when y'all gonna come cut the grass here on 146? We tell them, you're not responsible for that. Call the state. So, you know, if you get somebody to call or you're reporting a
That's
call,
smart, Evan.
make sure, you know, that you know it's a parish road.
Any other business? Meeting adjourned.